Hey guys, what's going on? Just charting up some coins this morning. Early start this morning. Let's flick onto Ethereum because I think Ethereum's looking really good right now. Here we go. So what we have is this triangle formation. If we zoom in, you can see it's getting really close to this apex. We have a bull hammer candle here and here. What we would be looking for is a bullish engulfing, a big green solid candle, something like this, that actually breaks and closes outside this top resistance line. Once we have this bullish engulfing, confirmation that the candle has closed outside, I think Ethereum could go on a really good run. This is Ethereum against Bitcoin. So look for it to close above this top line with a nice solid green candle, something like this with a big green body, closes outside, and I think we could go up to a run back towards the 200 moving average sort of direction. Yeah, maybe look to take profit. I always look to take profit at previous structure. So for a quick trade, you could probably take profit around this sort of area, which would be, yeah, it's not quite 10%. Or you could wait it out until it hits this resistance here. I usually try and trade for 5% or 10%, depending. But this is still a good trade once it hits out this triangle. Okay, next, let's take a look at Ethereum Classic because there's a very similar formation you can see. This triangle formation, again, reaching the apex. Ethereum Classic is a solid one right now. So if you can catch the end of this apex, it looks to be a little bit later. Maybe we've got 2-3 more candles. But again, we're looking at the same thing. We're looking for a big green-bodied candle like this to shoot up and close above this line. That's our buy signal. That means we're out of the triangle and we're probably going to go for a run. If anyone wants to comment with something you want me to chart up, then please feel free. Let's take a look at Verge. Okay, Verge. So I got in about halfway up here and it went all the way up to here and dropped back down, and I got out here and took some profit. Then I did my Fibonacci lines, my Fibonacci retracement tool. Yeah, and you can see it came right back to the 61.8, stopped here. So I bought again here and I set a buy order for 490. Sorry, a sell order for 490 to catch the double top. So I bought here and it went up and up and up and up and up. And here was my sell order because I thought it's been here, double top, people might sell off here. So I'm going to catch just before. And I'm going to sell here at 490. And bingo, I wake up this morning and I've made really great profit on XVG. So that was a nice one. You can see it's pulling back again now. Try not to chase these big crazy green candles. If you buy here because it's going to the moon, you're probably going to get wrecked. Because it's good. After every push there is a pullback. And after all of this upwards price movement, this is what we call a bull flag. So I was confident to buy because I thought this was going to form out and then go again for its next move. Wait for the pullback. Let's move the Fibonacci lines up to here. So again, this might go back. If it goes back to the 61.8, it comes back to this previous structure here. And it will come right back to 425 and then maybe go again. On the other hand, it might bounce off the 50 at this previous structure here and then go again. So keep an eye on Verge, but don't chase it. Gavin, you've just joined. You're a little bit late. We're just doing some TA. We're about 5 minutes in. You've missed some good stuff, but I'll post the video on the Facebook group. Okay, next one up. What should we look at? What have I been looking at? Let's take a look at Cardano. Okay, so I like this. We've had a nice run up. hit resistance here, and now we seem to be finding support around this level. It's just turned around. If we draw the fib lines on here, from wick to wick, you can see that Cardano is currently sitting right on that 50% retracement line, which is a very common bounce level. So if we think about Elliott waves, maybe we've had wave 1, 2, and then if wave 3 goes now, you can look to at least get in here and sell at this resistance for the double top. That would be a great trade. So if you can get it around 2,100, and then 10% is going to be, God, my maths is awful. 2,100 plus, you're looking at taking profit at 2,310 for 10%. If it goes up to this resistance line, that's 2,456. So that's way more than 10%. It's maybe 15% profit, which is great. So keep an eye on ADA. If it tests this resistance line again, let's have a look at the RSI and the MACD. So MACD's below 0. It's just crossed over, but this histogram is not very strong yet. We're looking for this type of pattern, but going the other way. We want it to come above like this. You see this? So keep an eye out for this on the MACD. It has crossed, which is a good sign, but it's kind of up and down, crossing and crossing and crossing. What I'd like to see is a convincing where the blue crosses and off it goes. As for the RSI, a bit of bullish divergence here. It's still only on 40, which is, yeah, it's leaning towards oversold. So there's plenty of room to run on the RSI. I think this is a good trade setup here. What else should we look at? Let's take a look at Bitcoin to the dollar. Best liquidity, we'll go Bitstamp. Okay, so we're sitting at 8,800. Zoom out a little bit. Bitcoin's always the one to watch, it's the market decider. Let's zoom right out, get on the 4-hourly chart and look at the bigger picture. So, get rid of the volume. Here was 6K, that scary low point. Retraced up to about 11.8. Double top and back down. This was the recent low where everyone was panicking again. Everyone was saying, we're going back to 6K, double bottom, we're going back to 4K, 3K. And then the G20 news came out and off we go for another run. So what are we seeing? Sometimes you can get yourself in a bit of a, what would you say, in a bit of a mess, doing too much with charting. So I always like to go back to the basics. Let's draw on support and resistance. You need this process. Support and resistance, you can find them on any asset, stock, crypto. Support and resistance. Find those levels and then look at trend lines. And then you can look at Bollinger Bands and then you can look at moving averages, RSI, MACD. Support and resistance are key. Okay, so here's a pretty key level. It's good to look left. So you can see this old resistance here. I didn't quite manage to reach it here. It kind of run out of steam a bit early. This old resistance here, and you can see that it's old support here. So this is a key level at about 9295, about 9,300. Just run out of steam here, pull back. Obviously this is a previous structure level, so you could bring your support up. It looks like we've got quite strong support around here. That ties in nicely with where it's wick down here, bounced, wick down here, bounced. And then we've got this previous structure here. Ties in nicely with, yeah, this previous structure here. Okay, so for the moment, these are my support and resistance levels. We're kind of just trending sideways in between these two for now. If we look at the Bollinger Bands, yeah, we've managed to cross the moving average. So I expect a test of this resistance at around 9,300. What we will see then is we will either break through, and the next level will probably be at about 9,800. You can see this old resistance here and here, so this is a significant level. So that's what I'm seeing, guys. The MACD is looking good. When this blue line crosses, that's a nice buy signal. We could do with a little bit more price movement to the upside to just strengthen this MACD. RSI is at, it's around 60. Resistance here, so we've got a bit more room to go. So my prediction is, like I say, we test this 9,300 level, and if we break through that, we go up to 9.8. I would be taking profit at 9.8. If we run out of steam, drop down from here, we've got really strong support at 8.3. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's look at the daily chart for a bigger picture. I love drawing trend lines just to see the whole picture. So we're still in a downtrend, guys. We're not out of the woods yet. Get rid of those old lines. Okay. So you can see price is still respecting this overall downtrend resistance line. If we do test this line again at 9.3, it's ridiculously strong resistance. Because if we break out, it means we're out of the downtrend, and this has been going on for nearly 4 months now. 3 months, 3.5 months. So I expect to, test 9.3, but it's going to be tough. Like, we're going to need some serious buying power to break through this long-term downtrend. Otherwise, we drop back to that 8.3 and maybe give it another go. You can see we're trying to get through, bounce, bounce. This is really key resistance. The nice thing is, last time we bounced, it didn't go down as far. So maybe we see one more little move and then pop, head towards 10K. So that's it for now, guys. I'm going to tune out and get some trading done. Thanks for watching, and catch up with you soon.